Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like The Seen and the Unseen, hosted by Amit Verma, where he discusses topics related to economic policies and its impact on our society.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is the TFG Indian Football Podcast, and well, joining me in the studio as usual, as always, is Kevin. Hey Kevin, what's up?
Hello.
So what are we going to talk about? Let's ask the guy who's joining us via Skype.
We've got some interesting topics lined up today.
Hello.
Yes. Hey Chiranjit, what's up?
Yes,
So
rice wine is awesome.
yeah, so today, leaving aside what you had last night and what you smelt in the morning, let's keep all that aside, and why don't you do my job of introducing the topic that we're going to talk about?
Are we talking about the I-League title race?
yes.
You know, it's the one where Mohun Bagan is coming up towards the top.
Mm-hmm. But
You
still
know, the
1
one
point
where-
behind.
Yeah, but they are still not there.
1 point behind.
With one game in hand.
Okay.
Yeah, is that what we're talking about today?
Maybe.
So what has happened is that the Derby has turned this entire thing upside down. Like 9th April was a red letter day, right? And everything could have been made and broken. And Bengaluru FC beat Aizawl FC, and Mohun Bagan beat East Bengal. So suddenly we have a very different structure of what's happening at the top of the league table. We have Aizawl FC still at the top with 15 games gone. They have 30 points. We have Mohun Bagan right behind them, like 29 points from 14 games.
Yeah.
And we have East Bengal just falling slightly back with 27 points from 15 games. But there's no mistaking to, like, you cannot just assume something and say that they're out of it yet.
Okay.
Because right now the ball has suddenly moved to Mohun Bagan's court, right? They have to show initiative. They have a game in hand.
Again,
Tomorrow
it's again to do with permutation and combinations here, right? Like if
Yeah,
that
yeah,
team does
obvious.
bad, I do it, and then this if it
Yeah,
doesn't.
there is no way that East Bengal can just win their own matches and just think that okay, this is enough, because they have to expect certain results. One, so if Mohun Bagan win tomorrow, that sets up the match between Aizawl FC and Mohun Bagan in Aizawl
But
as
also
a major title decider.
but again, also that also depends if Aizawl's and Churchill's result, right? On
Yeah,
the,
but
on the weekend.
they are playing Churchill before Mohun Bagan.
Yes, they're playing this weekend, no?
Okay, so that is another major result to look forward to.
Yeah.
So seriously, it's all down to these guys now. They have to produce results anyhow. What is happening is that although Mohun Bagan are being touted as favorites, and East Bengal coach also said Mohun Bagan look like they have a good chance now, but last season these two matches, Shillong Lajong away and Aizawl FC away, Mohun Bagan got 1 point.
Yeah, that was the table turner decider for last time.
This is where they lost, but that's what happened. They lost to East Bengal at Siliguri. Then they went to Shillong, and they were winning, and in the last moment that goal happened, and Shillong got a draw out of it. So it's not something. It's not a done deal for Mohun Bagan at all.
Yeah.
But you also have to remember that Mohun Bagan were very disadvantaged. Disadvantaged last season when they were going to the northeast. They went to Aizawl FC during the international break. Very smart decision on the Mohun Bagan officials' part to accept a match during an international break, where they had all JJ, Pritam, Pranoy. Everybody was out there playing for the national team, and they got humbled out there. They got beaten. Then when they were playing Shillong Lajong, the team was in disarray. Okay, like whatever was that, Sony Norde had an injury. They had Sanjay Sen was suspended.
Yeah.
For that AIFF is sold out comment. Then just before that, during the derby, the assistant coach Shankar Lal, he had a argument with the referee and he got sent off. He got red carded, which meant that he could not be in the dugout during the Shillong Lajong game. So the physical trainer Garcia was the coach back then. For this match. So you could see how messed up the entire scenario was. Nothing like it is now. Right now you see a Mohun Bagan team that's fully charged up.
Yeah.
And they're ready to go. So hopefully we will see a very different kind of an attitude and outcome from them. But Kevin, I want to bring you in here. What do you think Aizawl FC needs to do to sort of not let this historic opportunity go? Because you're always going Aizawl all the time. So
I'm actually favoring Shillong. And even when Mohun Bagan will be playing Shillong, the race gets even more tighter. But Aizawl, yes, just because they've been proving everybody wrong. Right now, the first thing that they have to do is believe that it is still possible, because all the while everything was in their hands. Now they just let it slip, but that shouldn't have a dent on their hopes or their chances that they can still be back. Even though they have to expect a slip from others to get an advantage for themselves, but the belief has to be there. Like we've seen against Bengaluru. Even when they thought that a draw is coming, they never felt satisfied with that draw. They knew that if there's a slip right now, it could be dangerous. But see, that again comes down to what do you want from a result, from how do you expect this whole season to pan up, because they've been put down last season. Everybody will agree that they performed to their potential, but yet they were left out by even by the officials and by the system that was there in place, and they've made a statement in this season.
Absolutely.
And
obviously,
if they can, being so close and they do not get this title this year, it's again like 2 years in a row they've been trying to prove people wrong, and they will miss out on that chance. I
think they have already proven people wrong. When they reached the Federation Cup final last season, and the beautiful run they've had, they've already proven people wrong. But it's interesting how you put Shillong. You give Shillong a lot of credit in what they can do in this title race right now, because Shillong Lajong are playing 2 key matches. They're playing Mohun Bagan tomorrow, and how they can change the face of the title race once again.
Yeah.
And then they are playing at home against Aizawl FC on the last weekend of the season. That can also determine how the title race happens, because you can easily see this. If Mohun Bagan drop points tomorrow, they go play against Aizawl FC, and Aizawl FC is gets a draw out of them. Then we are going into the last weekend where Shillong Lajong is hosting Aizawl FC and Mohun Bagan are hosting Chennai City FC. And immediately if East Bengal are winning their matches, they are also catching up in terms of the points then. And suddenly we have a 3-way where East Bengal are playing at Mumbai on the same weekend, and we don't know who the hell is gonna come out on top. So it can be a situation where how Shillong Lajong do against Aizawl FC will decide the league. So
tomorrow's match.
Or tomorrow's match. Yeah, I mean tomorrow's match will have to be the first step of it.
Exactly.
They have to do well against both these teams in order to have a proper dent, or maybe do bad against one and do well against another. That will also have a dent. But basically, if they can do something, if they can get points out of it, which is not out of the world considering their home, the kind of form they've had at home.
Yeah,
it's very much possible.
I think one problem I see with Aizawl over here is the danger that we seen in the Bengaluru FC game as well. There was a problem that they lost their cool. which we did not see Aizawl doing in the entire season. 2 incidents. One was Khalid at the touchline.
Yeah.
There was this confrontation with...
between, a player.
That was not needed. And secondly, there was Jarian there, Alfred Jarian. He got into a couple of tiffs.
Yeah.
That is where you feel the team that has bonded for so long, that has the ability to fight till the last whistle, that goes down. That is something which I want Aizawl not to do. That can really, affect the morale of the team, and it changes the game completely. It will show on the performance. Because
this depends. This can be a result of not having been in the situation enough. Because you need experience to go through this. Being in the title race, being this close to title, and having that tough competition, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It can undo you mentally. And Khalid Jamil has never done this. Okay, he's always fought relegation. He's never had this carrot dangling in front of him. None of the Aizawl FC players have ever been this close to the title.
Yeah.
Even the ones that they have brought in. Alfred Jarian, I don't know if elsewhere he has been close to trophies, but we have a team full of people who are experiencing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So obviously they're gonna have troubles. They're gonna lose school. But hopefully they take some lesson from that. Also, they have another tough game coming up. I don't know how they're gonna do against Churchill Brothers away, because people tend to slip up, especially people who are used to a bit of more dry weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they actually slipped. The first slip up that Aizawl faced was away against Chennai. So it's going to be a task. And
Chennai has a very similar weather.
Yeah. Just to bring in what post-match press conference after Mumbai and Churchill. So Derek was reminded, Derek Pereira, coach of Churchill, was reminded that he's playing next match Aizawl FC. So what do you have to say? A team that's in the race of title. So one thing he had to say with a smile on his face is like, well, you're playing at home. It'll be tough, but we are playing at home. So we need to use that to our advantage. So as we rightly said, considering all these points, there are also two things that not only Aizawl FC is facing this kind of a situation for the first time, we also have another first time, that's Bengal FC, that's facing something like this of a season for the first time. Not in the title race, okay, just fighting to probably one for pride, second give the fans something to cheer, third being the party poopers, just like they did against Aizawl. But one point I want to make was, I think the frustration level at Aizawl also, playing against Bengaluru, yes, or I agree to all these points, they're all valid points. One other probably would be the frustration towards the end. The reason why it saw was probably that, that chance not given, the offside decision that all turned into the whole game, and then towards the end, and imagine you lost it from that, from a free kick and then to a goal after Albino having some amazing saves, okay, in the first half and also in the second half. So when you lose in the last minute, it's like annoying. Imagine a fan goes through so much of pain while that.
It's the most extreme emotion in football, conceding at the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, football is something that you express every damn thing onto. Sport is a full of expression, but I think football you've seen more coming on. And just like Chiranjit said, the reason why Aizawl is creating every player, like the ones whom he's brought in as well, even Ashutosh or a Jayesh, maybe they have, like somebody like Jayesh who's won in Chennai in ISL. He's won a title.
Oh, it's nothing like this.
Yeah,
it's nothing
exactly.
Like this.
That's what I'm saying. Let me finish.
Don't freaking compare at all. Semi-finals, finals, ISL bullshit.
Yes, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not completed. Yeah. So, but then again, it's not a knockout stage where you beat and then you're winning. It's again all to do with your respective other teams, how they work. So imagine even a player who at the end of the day just has to give his best 90 minutes. Even he sits back and thinks and does a mathematical thing when he's sitting with the coach and all the other teams and say, okay, this team needs to go down. We need to do this. So all of these things go within the whole circuit, and it's crazy because it's amazing actually. It's not the usual suspects up there fighting for the title. Here we have somebody like Aizawl giving a fight. Just like Kevin said, Shillong can be that one
is
team.
The usual.
Yeah. So Shillong coming up and giving up a fight. though from indirectly a fight, so because they are playing some of the top teams, and Bengaluru not there, and East Bengal missing it almost probably after tasting so much of time at the top. But one thing, if Kevin, if you had to pick one team, if you had to root for one team, now Shillong you can't root because they're not in the title race. They're not in the title race. Now we're talking about a team that's going for the title. So you have three teams clearly in your hand, though as Ranjit said, we cannot write off East Bengal completely.
It's going to be Aizawl, definitely. Not for a reason for performance. It's for the pride also.
It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, and it's also for Indian football. This point I remember about Sanjay Swain making after the match against Mumbai. It's good when you have competition. When things work out in one way, it's like one-sided game, it tends to get boring. When you have lots of targets, okay, this is a possibility, that is a possibility, it makes things interesting for the entire country. It's not that this team has already been winning, they've been taking this, and again it's a one-way tie. So this is something really that upsets, keeps everybody on the edge. It's like a thriller movie. You don't know in the end what's going to happen. So for me, definitely it's Aizawl whom I support, and I hope they can make it this time.
Well, I don't think I have to ask you, right? About this
obviously,
question.
I want Mohun Bagan to win, this seems like there's a story that's building up as well. A story of redemption. How we bungled last season. We lost at Siliguri. We dropped points at Shillong. We lost at Aizawl, and that became the reason for us losing the league to Bengaluru. Despite I think Mohun Bagan were the best team last season. But it seems like there's a good start towards correcting that narrative and bringing the league back. I'm pretty hopeful. They get that 5th star on the emblem. 5 national leagues before the merger. You establish yourself as the pretty much the most successful existing club in the country. Dempo have 5 National League titles and Mohun Bagan have 4. So they can make it equal. And Dempo are not around anymore. So obviously Mohun Bagan will have the highest number of titles going into the merged new league. So all of that is going on. I hope that the team is in better shape than last season. The coach is not suspended, which helps, and we have we're playing this well even without some of the key players being active. But this may be something for the match previews and others, but maybe midfield may undo us.
Okay.
So this Pranay not being there makes it a little bit of a weaker midfield, and we saw it in the derby as well. Katsumi being marked hard does not really let the midfield be mobile enough, which is why all the goals, one goal came from a set piece and one goal came from the right wing. So all those things we can talk about. I think next episode will be the preview, so we can go into detail there. And there's just I have my fingers crossed. Slightly hungover, all ready to go. Let's see how this goes.
Well, that's where we end talking about the title race, about those teams who are fighting for the title. One newbie we have into the picture, which is good for Indian football. So
is this the end of the episode?
No. It's not
why?
End of the
What's
episode.
coming?
Let me finish this one line. I have to give an outro from this topic. Then I'll tell
what's
you.
What's coming?
Wait for it. Good things. You have to wait for.
I want to know what's coming.
Later, man. Well, let's see how this pans out, because just like we said in our weekend review show, when we spoke on Monday, we said there are a few matches coming this week, starting with Shillong, Mohun Bagan, and then going to our other match that you have to watch out for is, Churchill and Aizawl. So these games will be something that sort of gives you a bit of clarity as to how it will happen, or just like Ranjit said, wait till the weekend, till the last weekend where the Northeast Derby happens to know who finally takes it all. Now I shall say, Chiranjit, what do we have next is we have a clip from this legendary player, Spaniard. He's played for Liverpool, he's played for Barcelona, he's played for Atletico Madrid, among many other clubs. He's also had a stint with Indian Super League. Your favorite, Chiranjit, your favorite league.
Yes.
And also your favorite team's player. He led Atletico de Kolkata to the title victory in the first season. Now, this is Luis Garcia talking about him. He was in City, he was in town yesterday for this. He's ambassador of UEFA Champions League. So they are doing something with Champion the Trophy, some trophy tour. So he was here and we had the opportunity to talk to him. Just a heads up, it's not a one-on-one personal, so you might have heard or read these quotes somewhere else as well, but mind you, they were our questions and they are also up on our website, thefangarage.com, the whole interview. But we always love to listen straight from the man what he said, right? So here is a conversation. He talks about he is open to coming back to ISL post the merger. He said, well, I know I have retired, but you never know. I can come back. So that is there. He's also happy
That
to
would
see.
be so appropriate,
Yeah.
retiring and playing ISL.
Yeah. Well, and then he also says how happy he is to see the growth in football, that he's been following after ISL leaving. And some other stuff where I think Liverpool fans will be happy to listen to it because that's where he talks about his memorable moments at the respective clubs he spent. So let's not waste much time and head on with the conversation.
Well, so you started with, you had played with Barcelona Academy. That's when you came with the first team. So do you have any regrets not playing for them much, the first team?
No, I don't like to have regrets in the past because at that stage in my life, I thought that it was the best decision to move to Liverpool after I had the chance to win the Champions League trophy, and that's why I'm here right now. So I have a regret. Of course, I will have loved to play a lot with Barcelona, but I was happy to play with as Ronaldinho, Xavi Hernandez, Iniesta, and be managed by Frank Rijkaard. So no regrets, and I'm pretty happy with the career that I had.
Do we see Luis Garcia back in ISL?
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I retired once many years ago, and I finished playing here. So I'm not gonna say that I have retired or that I won't come here. But I enjoy very much watching ISL, watching some of my teammates last year winning again, seeing Kolkata winning again. But I've seen a lot of improvement in the league, a lot of Indian players coming up and showing a lot of fantastic talent. So I'm sure that whatever happens, Indian league is going to continue growing forward.
So how is the life post-playing days for Luis Garcia?
Well, I'm enjoying traveling. I'm ambassador for UEFA, I'm ambassador for Liverpool and for Barcelona, and I've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of events and trying to bring trying to bring a bit of the caring that the people show me during these years with all of the fans. And I don't know if I'll be coaching in the future. It's not something that is in my mind right now. But I'm enjoying right now traveling, so I'm going to try to keep it this way.
What do you think about the scene in Indian football? Have you been following after you left from ISL? Have you been following?
Yeah, of course. That's why I was saying that I think that the league has been improving a lot. Fantastic players are coming out, and last year Kolkata did a great job again. We've seen very good games. We had the chance to watch it from far away. I follow my teammates like Jofra. That was in Goa doing a fantastic job. Probably they will come next year. Hopefully we can continue seeing Spanish players coming out to the Indian Super League, and let's see what's happening, because I hear rumors of what's going to happen. It's going to be longer, it's going to be shorter. So hopefully it continue growing, and we'll see a lot more.
So any memorable moments that you have with Liverpool?
Yes, many of them. I was very lucky.
If you had to name one.
Champions League final.
Okay.
It's the best memory ever.
What about Barcelona?
Barcelona also, I got fantastic memories because I had the chance to grow up there, and yes, the chance of playing next to Ronaldinho, it was an amazing moment for me.
And Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, we won the Inter Cup, and we qualified twice for the Champions League. That for the team at that moment, it was the best achievement ever.
Well, that was that, and towards the end, if you felt like we were
You know
panting,
what? This guy may be like the sixth favorite Garcia in the planet that I have.
Okay.
The favorite Garcia is obviously Jair Miranda Garcia, physical trainer at Mohun Bagan. This guy is somewhere there, man. I mean, he's played for all the wrong clubs.
What?
Wrong clubs according to you?
Yeah.
For wrong clubs according to you and for you? Like, what do you mean?
He always played for the wrong clubs. Like, he comes out of the Barcelona academy, plays mostly for Atletico de Madrid, does not play much for Barcelona.
He played for Liverpool. Yeah.
Liverpool, yeah. You think that's the right club?
I mean,
Doesn't win the league ever.
wrong clubs according to all of us individually, right?
Okay, no. Then comes and play for this stupid franchisee named Atletico de Kolkata. Never has been at the top of the table, but has 2 titles.
Yeah.
Meaningless. Then he plays for the Mariners, but Central Coast Mariners from Australia, like not the right Mariners that we have in the title race here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he's always been playing for the wrong...
do you think Mohun Bagan has that money to spend? I mean, we've had cases where they've not given due for money for players, existing players, and you think they're going to have money to pay Luis Garcia? They don't have sponsors as well.
Considering how fit he is right now, he should ask for about 30 to 40% of what Sony Norde makes at Mohun Bagan. So obviously Mohun Bagan have the money.
Yeah. I mean, Mohun Bagan has everything, right? So we can't argue about that. Well, let's see if they have this title at their end, at their home, just like he said, the 5th title. But that was all for today's show, and I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did doing it. And you can also listen to our podcast on Audioboom, SoundCloud, and iTunes. If you're listening to us on YouTube, do hit the like button, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to get updates of our new episodes. You can also download the IVM podcast app on Android and iOS. We're also on Twitter. TFG Football is the Twitter handle. Please do follow. And you can also talk to us directly. Chiranjit Toja, Boza_Kevin, Suju Matthew 94. The interview, if you would like to read, it's up on our website, thefangirls.com, and various other Indian football related stories. Have a great day, folks. Cheers.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी.
बोलिए मैडम.
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, ड्रिंक्स एंड डेस्टिनेशंस है, माय नेबर सकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है. आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम. आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप. सब आपकी उंगलियों पे.